Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my sleep mechanics and guides series. In this episode, I just wanted to address something that I've been asked quite a bit lately, and it's regarding one of my favorite topics in this game, helping bonus. Now, helping bonus, we all know, is a very, very powerful skill. I've discussed it extensively in a different video. I'll link that one in the description here. Um, but I just wanted to touch a little bit more on something that I didn't really cover that much in the other one, and that is the power of helping bonus on the healer. Now, because like I said, I've had a lot of questions on it lately, especially regarding my recent Palmy hunt and how much I am valuing helping bonus on the healer. Now, in this situation, I've put two healers in front of you, two Wigglytuffs. One has helping bonus, the other has skill trigger M and help speed M. As we all know, the first two subskills, or as we probably know, I guess not everyone does, but the first two subskills on the Wigglytuff on any skill specialist, if they're help speed M and skill trigger M, that is going to be the combo that makes them trigger their skill the most. Now, this Wigglytuff has nothing going for it except for helping bonus. So you're like, oh, well, the job the Wigglytuff is doing is triggering the skill, breaking that energy for everyone. Clearly, this is going to be the better Wigglytuff, right? And the nature or the question answer to that question is not so simple. What the healer is doing is they're giving back to the team by providing consistent boosts to the team through the energy system. They're making it so that the whole team is running at X% faster because now they have the energy to make them produce that much faster throughout the day. But what helping bonus does is it just does that passively without going through this roundabout way of the energy for everyone's system. So realistically, the helping bonus is like a stack on top of that, a really nice stack. And I just wanted to put some numbers behind what that actually looked like of how much the helping bonus on the healer actually helps. Now, before I get into this a little bit more, disclaimer, if you are rotating the healer, like if you are getting a lot of energy, then being like, oh, my team's at enough energy, I don't need the healer on the team anymore, and you're taking it off the team, putting something else in, then this doesn't quite apply because the impact of helping bonus is going to be lower in that circumstance because you're taking the healer off the team, and the greater amounts of triggers will matter more in that circumstance because you are trying to get it to proc as fast as possible to take it off the team for a berry specialist quicker. But I find that a lot of players don't do those tactics because it requires you to kind of micromanage the game. So this is going to be taking the approach of not rotating the team, of having a static team. If that is you, then this video is for you. Now, this Wigglytuff, 3.33 procs per day, versus this Wigglytuff, 4.44 procs per day. That is a 33% increase to the number of procs per day. A third of what this one's producing, a full third more per day. That seems like wild. Way better, right? Well, when we actually dive into it and we look at the energy curve analysis, this one that's producing 3.3 procs per day, on average is boosting your team from the base rate to 2.12 times their productivity through the energy system. As you can see through this curve and this beautiful tool that's laid out on the Ranox calculator. The other Wigglytuff, the one that's making 4.44 procs per day, is boosting them by 2.1184. Now, there's some pretty simple math that we can actually do to figure out which one is better, and that is to just calculate it out. How much of a percent is that one boosting? So if we divide this number by this number, then we can figure out what the difference would be in energy productivity overall from the one healer to the next. And when we do that, we find the boost to be about 5.28%, roughly 5.3%. That's a very significant number because the math behind helping bonus boosts the team by 5.3%. Now, granted, this one's, I guess, 0.02% greater than this one is, but that's such a slim amount, you're not going to be noticing a difference in productivity from that little bit of a difference. So if you ask me, how much does helping bonus on the healer actually help? In this circumstance, the math points to the idea that it is about the equivalent of skill trigger M and help speed M on the healer. And something that this doesn't even take into account is that as you get more triggers per day, this feedback is going to get less and less. So if I just threw, let's say, skill trigger S on both of these guys, the difference should get even smaller. Now, I didn't actually do this math beforehand. I'm only saying this in theory, but let's just test it out here. If I throw skill trigger S onto them. Sorry, the computer is running a little bit slower right now. Let's just refresh the page. Let's hope the Wigglytuffs stay. Okay, they are still there. If I just throw skill trigger S onto both of these guys, then the difference comes to 3.72 versus 4.88. 3.72, you can see the energy card gets a little better, versus 4.88. 2.1461 instead of 2.0495. 4.7. At that point, we're just adding an additional skill trigger S onto them. This helping bonus actually is worth more than skill trigger M and help speed M combined, which is the most powerful combination in the game for proccing a skill. So, helping bonus is just... At late game, it's basically mandatory on the healer. Because it's just such a valuable boost that exists outside of the bounds of the maximum capacity that the energy system can provide. So, if you have enjoyed the video and maybe learned a little something, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe. As always, I thank you guys for watching and hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.